Ange Postecoglou could replace Erik ten Hag at Bayer Leverkusen. Manchester United midfielder Kobbie attracted Tottenham interest. Paper round, just months after delivering Tottenham their first trophy for 17 years, Ange Postecoglou could make a return to management, replacing Erik ten Hag at Bayer Leverkusen. Elsewhere, Kobbie was wanted by both Manchester United's Premier League rivals Tottenham and Serie A champions Napoli, while the Red Devils and Manchester City are closing in on a swap deal described as unprecedented. Leverkusen could move for Postecoglou. Ange Postecoglou could replace Erik ten Hag as Bayer Leverkusen manager, claims a report in The Sun. Former Manchester United manager ten Hag was dismissed as Leverkusen boss just 2 games into his tenure, and just months after leading Tottenham to UEFA Europa League glory. Postecoglou could be back in management, with Fenerbahce also interested. Ange Postecoglou was being lined up for a return to football just months after being sacked by Tottenham, reads the article. The Aussie ace was ditched by Spurs after leading them to glory in the Europa League against Manchester United. Postecoglou was replaced by Thomas Frank, who left Brentford for the North London role, but Ange could be back in the dugout after the international break. Fabrizio Romano claims he is wanted by Bayer Leverkusen, who sacked former Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag just 2 games into the new Bundesliga season. However, Postecoglou could have his choice of clubs. That's because Fenerbahce are also interested following Jose Mourinho's exit. Spurs and Napoli wanted Manu. Tottenham and Serie A champions Napoli were just 2 of several clubs interested in taking Manchester United midfielder Kobbie on loan, reveals the Daily Mail. The 20-year-old has reportedly become frustrated with a lack of game time so far this season, having sat out the club's opening 2 Premier League matches. Didn't get the loan he wanted before Monday's transfer deadline, but there was no shortage of interest in the United midfielder, states the outlet. Napoli were leading the chase for Manu in the hope of reuniting him with Scott McTominay in Serie A, and Roma, Marseille, Tottenham, Aston Villa and Everton were among the other clubs who inquired. United wanted the 20-year-old to stay and fight for his place, and there was little chance of the club sanctioning a move after. Matheus Cunha and Mason Mount were injured in the win over Burnley. Manu played the second half after Bruno Fernandes advanced into a number 10 role, and that could be Ruben Amorim's chosen formation while Cunha and Mount are out of action. It remains to be seen if Manu and United can get contract talks back on track after Confidential first revealed in January that negotiations had reached stalemate and he could be sold to help United comply with PSR rules. Although a verbal agreement was reached the following month, the contract has not been formally presented to the player or his representatives. City and United close to WSL swap deal. Manchester United and Manchester City are on the verge of an extraordinary swap deal. According to various reports, Grace Clinton will move to City while Jess Park is going the other way, in a move the Times is calling unprecedented. The Women's Super League transfer deadline closes on Thursday. Ahead of the first games of the 2025-26 season this weekend, the outlet states, City have been targeting Clinton, 22, all summer, and the inclusion of Park, 23, has helped them to close in on a deal with their local rivals. Park is understood to have had a medical with United on Wednesday. Lionesses such as Alex Greenwood and Nikita Paris have played for both Manchester clubs, but exchanging Clinton and Park would be unprecedented. The signings may be completed separately, rather than as an official swap deal, but the similar profile of the two play